Hey guys, Jason here. Appreciate you watching. We're gonna do a 2008 EDC video. First video we've done in a very long time, and I apologize for that. Um, but about my EDC, I'm very practical. For the most part, there's a few things that I choose to carry that most won't. Kind of those niche things. Um, but you're not going to see me carrying three or four chapsticks, a bunch of, little jinglies and janglies that aren't going to be used for the most part. Um, there are things that when I leave the house, I go to the car, or the truck, and then I go from the said vehicle to where I'm going. I carry in there, and certain things I'll leave in there, which to me they're still part of my EDC because I take them in the house with me. Um, Starting off, we're gonna go with the basic essentials. Uh, Good belt. This I live in just outside of Springfield, Missouri. Those who work with leather know of Springfield, Missouri. Really good distributor nationwide. Had them make me a new gun belt because my SOE belt. Nothing against SOE at all. I just wore the fuck out of the Velcro, and need to get it replaced. Just kind of needing to get it done. I just haven't gotten to it for some odd reason. That's the basic, the base that I need. I carry today, and I'm one of those guys that carries a belt or wears a belt every day. I don't really wear shorts. I don't really wear tennis shoes. Usually boots, some sort of cargo pants or jeans, and with my belt. Um, so, going next, we'll go with some medical. I don't have everything on me right now, guys. I'm kind of just being lazy today, not really leaving the house. Um, Tourniquet. This is a SWAT. I don't know. I can't remember which one. I bought two of these. They're the older models. As you can tell, it's got the little screw to tighten everything down. Really like it. Really cool. I carry one on me, and I carry one in my go bag. I'm not going to do video on the go bag right now, but I carry it in a Filster flat pack. Hopefully that'll come out right. Really love this. Had a few little problems. That's just mainly because where I wear it. I'm a bigger guy, so if I wear it in some spots, it kind of it will bend a little bit, and as you can tell, the this will pull the bungee cord off of its hook. So it's not really the flat pack's problem. It's more of where I'm carrying it. Next up, watches. I'm a firm believer of always wearing a watch. If you're gonna be somewhere, be at least 15 minutes early. Ain't got much time in this world. Don't got time to waste. Normally it's my Sunto Core, which I got this from a buddy who's in the Marines. He just got out of Force Recon, retired. Gave it to me. Made him a knife a couple years ago, and this is kind of the way you're paid, which I really am wholeheartedly appreciate him giving me that. Love it to death. I switch between the Sunto Core, all black, and the let me get it out of the box, Invicta Trinite. This is probably one of my favorite watches. I love watches. Sadly, I had to sell a lot of mine, or most of my collection, a few years ago due to some family stuff. But my mother got me this for Christmas, and it's just one of those watches that's going to be the start, and hopefully doesn't ever leave my ownership. Let me go back to medical. Sorry, kind of bouncing around here. I carry all my medical in the Rescue Essentials ankle IFAK. This is a little bear, as you can kind of tell. Around Christmas time, literally half a block away, a girl flipped her car, came into the gas station where I was talking with a buddy, bleeding, and wound up using it on her till EMS gets here. Problem is, where I'm at, it's very vital that I carry these. I've got more stuff on the way. The refill right now. I just got a pressure bandage and SWAT tourniquet, or some gloves, chest seal, and what is that? SWAT tee or something like that. Yeah, something tourniquet, SWAT tourniquet, or whatever. But anyway, out here where I live 15 to 20 minutes minimum with light traffic from the nearest hospital. So out here carrying medical is a pretty big thing. As you can tell, I carry a thing of shears, and then I carry also a cricket, also known as CRKT, Columbia River Knife and Tool, Hisatsu. It's a little dirty because it's been sitting in the med kit for a few months. But it's that knife that I keep in my kit at all times. I don't carry it in the pocket anymore. I've had it for actually about 3 years, 4 years. 2015 is when I bought it. So yeah, going on 3 years. Like I said, it stays in there along with, where is it? My Gerber M6 or M4, whatever. It's whatever basic model, nothing fancy. Like all multi-tools, it has everything, knife, can opener, different screwdrivers, and shit like that. Just something basic, simple, gets the job done. I've had this for a little over a year. Some of the other admins on the Outsiders page will remember when I got this a year or two ago, something along that lines. $30 on eBay, shipped to the door. Wasn't gonna pass it up. Steven Nelson, the other admins, he's had some problem with his right out of the box. The only problem I've had with this is the elastic on it. As you can tell, it's kind of looks a little loose because it is. I also used to keep a cat tourniquet in here, and that came that kind of switched out when I got the soft T and the Filster flat pack. But I still keep actually 2 in my go bag. So there's that. Some other little things I carry on me. I'm out and about. I do holsters and knives, as some of you know. I run into someone that needs a holster at the gun range or something. I write down their information, right in the rain. This is a 511, XBT pen, or strike pen as I call it. It's a little LED light, which I kind of used all the ink and everything, so I'm waiting for 511 to send me a refill thing on it. You guys got to remember, if we're training we train with a gun, knives, whatever, something goes down, even if you don't do it, just something goes down, good to have pen and paper because you can write down little details that may help if something bad hits the fan. Still, I wear glasses, so one thing I leave with, just clip-on sunglasses. Nothing fancy, just little cheap $15 ones from Walmart. They work for what they are. I'm not going to complain about them. So that's that. Wallets. I actually carry 2 wallets, and it's not because I've got backups of everything. I'm not a spy operator or whatnot. I carry this little essentials wallet thing, and it's just for cards. I've got ID, bank card, our come and go gas station card, my come and go gas station card. I actually keep in this something most people don't think about, but it's a nice little thing to have. One of those little credit card multi-tools. So, I have a little toolkit that I keep in whatever vehicle I'm in. It stays in my go bag, of course. But I can use the little holes that you saw right here. I can use with those tool bits. So, I just, basic stuff in here. It's really cool. It's just 2 pieces of metal. The sheet itself is also, I think they're not aluminum. I believe they're steel. And there's, little shit. As you can tell, there's, my card shit. Measurer. We got Phillips head, flat heads, little pry tip, and all that shit. That's what that's my main one I'm going to use. Light, easy, especially if I know I don't need cash anywhere. My other one is usually just for cash, little things, business cards, stuff like that. Stuff that I'm not going to use that much. This will sit in the my back left pocket with my Right in the Rain notepad. And that is just so, it's easier. If I wear cargo pants, my pockets are usually filled up with something. Especially, with my phone, which is what I'm recording on now. That's usually if I'm wearing cargo pants, it sits in its pocket by itself with headphones and a charger. So, that's kind of just designated for that. My knives, you saw I carry the multi-tool. I carry the CRKT Hisatsu. Those are for my medical kit. Everyday carry is this big beast. This is sadly it's a clone. Hopefully Greg Medford doesn't see this and try to kill me or something. But it's a clone of a Medford Praetorian, or Medford Knife and Tool Praetorian. I love it to death for what it is. It's a replica of my dream folding knife. But one day when I can get the extra $400 to $600 to spend, I'm going to get me a Praetorian. So Greg, Mr. Mefford, if you're seeing this, I'm sorry for having a cheap Chinese piece of crap, because I know your your take on it. But I mean, this is for what it is, for cheap Chinese. It's a great knife. So I mean, that one of the really good. I also carry. This is usually what I carry in my belt or in my boot. Just depends on the day. Right now, I'm waiting for more soft loops to come in. You had to use it on a buddy sheath, but this is a Cold Steel mini tack, or what is it? Yeah, mini tack. Sorry. Nice little what I call a shiv or shank, whatever you want to call it. Really good knife to carry. Very lightweight. Very thin. I mean, compared to the first digit of my finger, it's pretty thin. It's about as thick as the knives that I make. So I mean, it's really cool, and just a little sheath I threw together out of scrap kydex I had laying around. So that's the basic stuff that I'm gonna I always carry, not counting my firearm. Now, before we get to the firearm, we're gonna go with the holster. Just another holster I made. This is for the Glock 17. Will fit a 19. With the Surefire X300 Bravo model, which has that Surefire style turn screw, with my soft loops. I love soft loops. I can't recommend them enough for anything inside the waistband. To adjustable retention. So one of my pride and joy holsters, honestly. Experimenting on making this holster, and it just came out really freaking well. All right, so for the gun, Glock 17 Gen 3. I know a lot of you are going to say get a Gen 4 or even get a Gen 5. Not a big fan of the SF guns, mainly because God gave me big bear paws, and they don't fit that well. Kind of like picking up the difference between a 1911 and a Shield. That kind of difference night and day, at least for me. As you can tell, it is stippled 360 degrees. I've got a grip reduction on it, so it's not as big as the hump was. I mean, I'm still working on it, but this is my prototype for my signature series. It's a very, very grippy, little on the rough side, but how I like it from my personal gun. You may like yours a little different. But it's a lot more grippy in gloves, especially out here in Missouri. The patron state of Mother Nature on menopause type shit. I've got all it is up here. So basically where I may grip the gun and whatnot, I want to have a positive grip. As you can tell, it's got a Surefire X300 Ultra Bravo model, and as I stated before, it's got the Surefire style locking screw. Really sturdy, light, does not come off. Now, one thing I learned the hard way after probably 4 or 5 days of holstering and reholstering, or unholstering and reholstering, sorry. This, lock tight the screw with blue Loctite. Don't use red, you'll never get it off. But yeah, just Loctite it, get a little bit, or a little bit goes a long way. It's not a factory trigger, as you can see a little bit ago. This is an Overwatch Precision trailer. I believe it's the tack trigger. Now, this came with the gun. The trigger did. I like it. It's really cool, but nothing beats the SSVI tier trigger. I still love that trigger. Their trigger is basically a factory trigger. Everything's factory except for the I believe it's stainless steel. I'm not entirely sure. I have to look up on the SSVI website again. But it's a steel trigger shoe, which is it's a semi-flat, little rounded edges a little bit, but it's a really great trigger. Let's see, I've got a really good undercut. I accidentally went a little deeper than I did because there was a nick already under here when I got the gun that I had to try to get rid of. And I went a little thinner, but it's still a really strong trigger guard. Underneath trigger guard for support hand. Indexing points. I'm not a big fan of doing the speed ledges like Agency and a lot of other companies do. Now they work and everything. It's just not my thing. Especially for someone who makes holsters. when someone brings me their gun, they want it like that. It's a pain in the butt to get the detail on it, as well as it makes it a little harder to draw the weapon. Vickers slide release or slide lock, whatever you want to call it. I can't preach enough about this. I know they used to get the bullet forward and all that Dave Spalding talks about, and a lot of others that's just rounded through, I think it's Ghost Ink or whatever, whoever makes the Ghost connector, they sell it. It's a great one, but there's not enough ledge. As you can tell, let's see. If I can get a good, there. It sticks out just a little bit longer on the actual bend of the release for you to get a positive ledge to grab. Works really well. This is for $20, you can't beat it. Especially they're a little harder to find now. Everything's for the Glock 34 and for the most part, or yeah, 43. Sorry. Let's see what else I got on it. Vickers night sights, or not night sights. Vickers Tactical by Wilson Combat, ledged rear, and night sight front. Amazing sights. Another one of the things I cannot recommend enough. And it's the U-notch serrated rear. See if it'll get a little better focus on them. If not, you can look it up on the website, their website. You know, they're $100 for the set, $50 a piece. You have to buy them separate, but you know, you get a little choose your kind of flavor type thing. Really works right now on these. My dumbass lost one of the screws. I don't know how that happened. Literally went shooting, put probably 10 mags worth through it, and got home, started cleaning it, and noticed it was gone. Guess I should have double checked, make sure the gunsmith put those in properly with red Loctite. But hey, it's not going anywhere. I love the ledge. The only problem is, even in whether it be appendix or wherever I'm carrying, this back corner right here, as you can tell, is super sharp. It to the point where it's close to where it probably could cut you, let alone put a hole in your shirt, which it did on one of my plaid shirts. Factory mag release, and let's see, I've got a scallop cut here. Not bad. It's really cool, but you know, I'm still working on this. I'm working on my Senior City. This is my prototype, basically, for me to learn a little more. There are some guys out there that have a couple of my custom guns that I've done. They love them. I haven't heard anything bad, but for me personally, it's not good enough to where I was at and where I'm at now. I still want to get better. Those who are like me who do customize polymer frame guns, you know, Ben over at Boresight and Damon Young over at SSVI are kind of the godfathers, at least in my eyes, of modding Glocks. So they're who I kind of like to try to do, or not mimic and, you know, take credit for, but try to idolize for the most part, I guess would be the best word for it. But I carry usually 3 17-round mags. I lost one mag. Got another one in order. And I carry Federal HSTs. And I've been, for the most part, testing out for myself Gen 2 Magpul mags. These are actually working. The first ones, I would say, in one of the class I was in, there are probably 15 mags and only one walked away working, and that was because it was left in the range, in the guy's range bag. So, let's see, flashlights. You saw the Surefire on my gun. I carry a Surefire 6PX tactical. You know, with a Theorem or a Costa version with the mass gray Theorem switchback. This is really cool because it allows me to be able to go from holding it like this and having retention with the spike if I need to do any striking, the pocket clip to put it, you know, webbing, hang it on my shirt or wherever or not if I don't need it real quick, to being able to flip it around like a karambit and being able to, you know, use both lights with one each hand and not, you know, compromise my grip too much. And the only way I say too much is because big bear paws, you kind of got to do a little bit of finagling. I do carry another pen light, which that right now is up at a shop getting repaired. I broke the cap on it. So they are, we're gonna call them once that fixed. So, you got the weapon, you got the flashlight. The only problem with this, it is a little big, but it works fine for me. Now, going on to things that I carry that most don't. I'm not a cigarette smoker. I'm not even a pipe smoker. I prefer cigars. So I do carry a little portable case with cigars, which these are brand new, unwrapped, and a little variety pack a buddy got me for doing a couple holsters for him. Kind of the, hey, thank you for doing them for so short notice. Can't wait to start smoking them. You know, any cigar guy will tell you, you know, cutter is a thing. Be careful with these. Just don't want to put your finger in there and slice it off. Those of you who remember Mission Impossible 2, that shit does happen. Let's see, then Zippo. I have 2 or 3 of these. This one is my first one I ever got, so it's kind of beat to hell. Probably going to clean it up and get it engraved. I don't know. Figure out what I want to do with it. But, you know, for the most part, that's what I carry every day. Now, being out here in bipolar Missouri, you know, kind of a few things to carry with you at all times. Normally, me is a hat. As you can tell, I'm wearing the Boresight Solutions hat. This thing is freaking awesome. I was wearing the Bravo Concealment, not Bravo Concealment, BCM hat, but kind of wore the hell out of that over the past 2-3 years, as well as you know, the standard cap with the Velcro and American flag. I wore that for when I was working security. Can't find it, but I've wore the hell out of that. So, but guys, that's it. That's my ADC. If you guys have any questions, feel free to message me or leave a comment in the bottom. Go over to the Outsider Initiatives page and Outsiders Initiative page on Facebook. Always looking for more people. Once we hit at the 200 mark, we're going to be partnering up, or we're going to be working with one of our partners down at Yeti Tech down in Oklahoma. Yeti Tech holsters make some great holsters, or great Kydex holsters. So if you guys, like I said, once we hit 200, we're going to pair up with Bill Peters, who owns Yeti Tech, aka the Yeti, and we're going to get a holster, do kind of a holster giveaway. Yeah, but come on over if you got any, like I said, you got any questions, leave a comment. Please like, subscribe. Our page is really so far in the trenches where we've all been busy with our personal lives as well as the page versus the YouTube channel. So hopefully, guys, you enjoyed the video. Hey, if you guys have some criticism, let me know. Just, you know, guys, come on, be respectful. Every people are going to watch this. No need to be a dick to everyone. So have a good one.